Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Thursday, the 15th of September. With Robert Murray McShane, we read Ezekiel chapter 18 today. And in it, God says through Ezekiel, the person who sins will be held accountable. A son won't suffer because of his parents, neither will parents suffer on behalf of their sons. If you've done wrong, you will suffer yourself. And then he says, this is what a righteous person is like. Suppose there is a righteous man who does what is just and right. He does not eat at the mountain shrines or look to the idols of Israel. He does not defile his neighbor's wife or has sexual relations with a woman during her period. He does not oppress anyone, but returns what he took in pledge for a loan. He does not commit robbery, but gives his food to the hungry and provides clothing for the naked. He does not lend to them at interest or take profit from them. He withholds his hand from doing wrong and judges fairly between two parties. He follows my decrees and faithfully keeps my laws. That man is righteous. He will surely live, declares the sovereign Lord. And as we read that, you see God talking about what a righteous person is. And there's not a lot of it talking about his religious duties, that he offers sacrifices, that he sings in the choir, that he does any of those kind of things. It looks at how he lives his life, how he interacts with people, and his righteousness will be seen in the way he treats others. And we need to remind ourselves of that time and time again. God looks at how we live, and that really does matter. And then just a second thought, that for us it's almost self-evident that a righteous person will accrue to him and not to his children. Likewise, it's sinfulness. But it's not always been that obvious. And if you live in a society or a culture where there's very strong family bonds and the family relationship is so important, think of the number of news articles you read today where somebody does something and it brings shame on the family. It doesn't shame the individual, it affects the family. And therefore, the family will sometimes respond quite often, in many cases, badly. We take for granted our Western idea that each individual is accountable. In Ezekiel's time, that was a very, very interesting, very different idea, where families were so much more important. And God is saying, each of you, don't rely on your parents, don't rely on the culture you're part of, don't rely on your surroundings. You, yourself, are accountable. And that's something we need to remember as well. It's not the church we're part of. It's not what our parents did. It's not anything about our society. It's about us, what I do, where I am, how I treat people. That's what matters. So be challenged to live lives that reflect righteousness, knowing that God looks at each one of us, expecting each one of us to walk in his ways. It's a challenge, and as we meet that challenge, we are blessed.